Hi, good morning. Today we're going to talk about cheap solo cruising. So first of all, how do you get the best and cheapest cruise deal as a solo cruiser? This can be very, very tricky due to single supplements, extra charges for single occupancy, but with some smart strategies, you can score a great deal. Here's a step-by-step guide as to how to get the very best deal from your solo cruising. First of all, target a cruise line that caters to solo travelers specifically. Obviously, some cruise lines offer solo cabins or lower single supplements, including, for example, we have the Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL, known for studio solo cabins with exclusive lounge access. Then you have your great Holland America Line. It offers some solo staterooms and reduced supplements. Then comes the Royal Caribbean. Select ships that have studio staterooms. Then we have the Cunard, solo cabins and events for solo travelers. Olsen and Saga Cruises, UK based. They also cater well to solo cruisers. It is a tricky one. What you need to do also, number 2, possibly book a last minute or very early cruise. Last minute deals within 60 to 90 days. Book them very early. Often they have unsold inventory at a discount. Early bird specials, that's 12 plus months out. Book your cruise 12 plus months out. No longer than that. They may offer solo traveler promotions or lower prices before the cabins fill up. Number 3, use a cruise or a travel agent or specialist, because agents, they often do have access to exclusive group rates or solo traveler promotions. They can negotiate reduced or waived single supplements, which will come in very, very handy, especially you're trying to keep a budget. Check deal sites and alert services. That's number 4. Sign up for alerts from Cruise Critic, Vacations to Go, the Cruise Sheet, and cruise.com, because these often highlight solo deals and waived supplement offers. Number 5, make sure you cruise during off-peak seasons. Avoid school holidays and the summer. Look for shoulder seasons, that is spring and fall, or repositioning cruises, e.g. transatlantic, are often cheap and have fewer solo upcharges. That is a very good point. Number 6, use a price drop guarantees. And I'll explain what I mean by a price drop guarantees. You book with a line or agency that honors a price drop guarantees. So you can get the new lower rate if the prices fall before you sell. So you've booked it, but you're entitled to the lower rate because you're on the price drop guarantee. Be flexible. Number 7, be open to different destinations. Different departure ports and dates. Flexibility gives you the power to grab true bargains. So obviously we're doing cruising, you must be a traveler that likes going anywhere. Bonus tip, join a solo cruiser community. There's loads of them on Facebook, on Reddit. You can join different groups and forums. Also, Cruise Critics solo section. Join Cruise Critics. They have a solo section for solo bargains. They can alert you to different solo deals. As you know, I myself personally, I'm doing a cruise series because I want to go on a cruise. I was planning to go in August. I actually booked the cruise on a deposit. I've cancelled that deposit. As you know, I'm learning and cruising. So what I'm doing is I'm researching, learning, and looking for the best cruise for me. As it is, I did choose Ambassador. They're quite good because I told you the port is near my home. Now, having researched this far, I've realized that Ambassador might not be suitable for my needs, my personal needs, and I will explain why. The reason being, I want a solo cruise that has enough activities that I will enjoy. Now, I've noticed Ambassador do some activities that I know I won't even enjoy. And it's nothing against them. It's research, okay? Look into the type of cruises you will like. I have an idea of my top cruises, and I will tell you, it's Princess Cruises, Celebrity Cruises, okay? And I have one other cruise, like Royal Caribbean. And I did do a cruise series where I did a cruise list to explain why I have put them in those categories, top to bottom, okay? Number 1 to 10, I think, or 1 to 11. But I am now hoping to go, I'm thinking winter months. The reason being, I would not become a full-time cruiser now. I might do in the future. I want to cruise minimally. Now, because I live in UK and it gets cold January to March, you know I have fibromyalgia. With fibromyalgia, the winter months are the very worst for me. Okay, I have arthritis in my knees too. So I would rather go during the winter months, January and February, up to maybe March. So I am actually researching that at the minute. So keep to my channel, subscribe, like, follow me here on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I post some things on there to keep up to date with my research, my travel. And when I eventually do take that cruise or cruises, because I'm planning to do back-to-back different cruises, stay maybe at my auntie in Tampa Bay and go from there and then come back on a large cruise. There's a long cruise, 22-day cruise coming back in March next year. Another thing about cruises is you must book early enough, but not too early. Because with solo deals, obviously it is quite expensive. A lot of people, what they will do is they will book a double room, and then when they get on the cruise, as a no-show for the second person, you can gain back the taxes and also the gratuities you pay. So it's worth looking into the different cruise lines, what packages you get. Like I said, if you go through this video again, you will see the deals for solo cruises, because it can be quite expensive. So you want to obviously cruise in the cheapest possible way. Okay, so of course it's a good idea to book your cruise last minute, but not too last minute. I say within 12 months, 7, 6, because you want to get a good cruise. All right, so do your research like I have. I'm so happy. So I now know the kind of cruises I want. You know, Royal Caribbean, definitely, Celebrity, Princess, and Royal Caribbean have so many cruises all over the world. So MSC, I mustn't forget MSC, they are very good. I did say they do one-way cruises, but make sure you're checking for, if it's a one-way, they're good at transatlantic repositioning cruises. So let's say during winter, I want to go up to the Caribbean. I don't want to fly because I hate flying. I don't want to fly much anymore. So you take one of their repositioning cruises up to maybe Miami. From Miami, get another cruise to the Caribbean. From the Caribbean, go back to Miami. Or there is actually a cruise I found in March that comes back from the 8th of March to the 22nd back to England, Southampton. So guys, another tip is follow me, okay? Keep track up to next year. And especially for retirees or people who are thinking of retiring early, who might want to travel, you know, who might want to cruise. It's not for everyone. And this is why I'm doing this series for myself. It's something I personally want to do for my health and see how we get along, really. Some people now will probably ask, what about the benefits? If you get universal credit, if you get... Put it this way, okay? Things have changed. People do work online. If you're cruising, remember you can still work online. So if you're a retiree like I am, I'll look for a job I can do online. Maybe administration role, a seasonal role. Definitely try and get into a seasonal role so you can work maybe April till December, but January, February, March, when it's cold winter, you can get away but still work. If you have to, or maybe not work at all, just relax, come back and start your contract work. Okay, so these are just ideas. It's part of my research for myself, because in the long term, I love England. I love to stay in England, but the winter months are a no-no for me with my condition. So I have to work, do what works for me. So while I'm doing my research, I'm sharing with all of you in case it helps. Don't worry about universal credit. They've been harassing people. They've been also, they can't do anything. They can't do nothing because you are entitled to travel. You're an older person, or you might be working online. It has nothing to do with your benefits. So do not fear. If you need more information on that, As you know, I'm a bit of an activist. I'm a Liberal Democrat follower. Yes, you go into my videos and you see who I am if you want to know who I am. But I'm more importantly someone who wants to help people who feel helpless in retirement before they even get to the pension age. People that can't even get a pension, work differently. My young ones, you can work online anywhere in the world and be a British citizen and be entitled to your benefits and your work pay and entitlements. So, okay, do not get intimidated by Labour or anything they have to say. Know your rights, okay? If you don't know your rights, DM me and I'm an employment lawyer too, remember. I will tell you what your rights are, okay? I had a big thing with Universal Credit. Tried to discredit me, they tried to get some money off me. Nah, you can't play that game with me. I've worked for the civil service. I know my rights. I know if I've done wrong or not. I've not done anything wrong. I'm entitled to what I'm entitled to. I remember I did the pension video, which is still a sore point with me. The government will not pay our pension from 60. So we're on benefits. We're on we're on temporary hours, contract hours. And that's why I'm looking online to work on cruise ships if possible, because I want to be cruising long term. So don't let anybody intimidate you. Think of the life you want for yourself and follow my journey. It might help somebody, or it might help someone. I thought I'd do this video today because, you know, I don't do videos often. I do as and when I have something to post that is useful, and hopefully this is useful to someone. So anyway, I've spoken long enough. It's a lovely sunny day today. Enjoy your day and we shall talk soon. Bye for now.